My name is Kevin Yoshizaki, and today I'm here to talk to you about the relationship between photosynthesis and cellular respiration. Before we get into the relationship, though, I would like to talk about a key difference in the two different processes. Photosynthesis is an anabolic process, whereas cellular respiration is a catabolic process. The difference being, anabolic process is a process where they use simple molecules and put them together, build them up, and make them into more complex molecules that they use for later that they store for later use, and that's where the energy comes from. On the other hand, a catabolic process like cellular respiration is where you take complex molecules and break them down into simple molecules that can be used for energy right then and there. Again, cellular respiration is catabolic and photosynthesis is anabolic. Now, the relationship between these two processes are actually pretty interesting. Essentially, the product and byproduct of each process is what is used for the other process. As you can see in the diagram next to me, up on top, we have chloroplast and photosynthesis. On the bottom, we have mitochondria and cellular respiration. So in photosynthesis, the plant will take in sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water from the soil, take them into the chloroplast, and mix them all together to create glucose, which is stored in the plant for later use for energy, and as a byproduct, it creates oxygen. On the flip side, for animals such as humans, we use cellular respiration, which we take in energy in the form of glucose, which we get from the foods we eat, such as plants and other animals. And then we also breathe in oxygen. By doing so, in the mitochondria, the glucose that we get from food and other sustenance and the oxygen we breathe in is broken down in the mitochondria to create ATP energy, and then as a byproduct, we breathe out carbon dioxide, and we also make water in the form of sweat and urine. So the interesting thing is pretty much what we breathe out and what we make as waste is then recycled and used for plants to use as the base energy for what they need to survive, and then again, what they make as their form of energy and byproduct is what we need to survive. So it's a very interesting process of these two just working very well together to keep the cycle going. However, if you take out one of these processes, the other can continue to an extent. An example would be if all plants just suddenly died or disappeared from the world. Yes, there would be no more plants to continue to make oxygen. So eventually, all the animals would technically suffocate. However, more specifically though, because there will be no more plants to take in the carbon dioxide that we breathe out, we would actually die from carbon dioxide poisoning in the atmosphere far sooner than we would suffocate from the lack of oxygen. Thank you very much. This has been a talk about the relationship between photosynthesis and cellular respiration.